all roads lead to the Annika Pro-Am. Trust me, all roads, all cameras, all people will be tuned in for the Annika Pro-Am. Why? To see the GOAT, Caitlin Clark, take over the show. We have it here.
Once again, the storyline has taken a surprising turn. Caitlin Clark has made headlines yet again, not on a basketball court this time, but on the greens of a golf course. The LPGA invited her to participate in one of their major events, and the reaction it triggered sent shockwaves through the WNBA world. Angel Reese showed little enthusiasm. Social media exploded, and many fans are now wondering how golf managed to steal the spotlight from women's basketball. The real question is, why does the WNBA appear to unravel every time Caitlin Clark reaches a new milestone? Let's get straight to the point. The LPGA made a smart move while the WNBA failed to do the same. They brought in Caitlin Clark, arguably the biggest star in women's sports, to play in a Pro-Am golf event. Seemed like a harmless idea, right? Just a way to attract attention and entertain fans. But what happened next exceeded all expectations. The event quickly turned into a massive sensation. Crowds gathered in huge numbers, following her every move across the course. Media outlets covered it intensely. Even people who never cared about golf suddenly became interested in the women's tour. That is the undeniable power.
Have it here. Caitlin Clark will compete in the Annika Pro-Am. This is gonna be fire. Y'all know she set the whole golf world on fire last year, had everybody tuned in. The ratings jumped up crazy.
It isn't something that can be created in a factory or bought with money. And if you're the WNBA, it seems you can't even tolerate it, because while the LPGA rolled out the red carpet for Caitlin, the WNBA reacted like they were witnessing something shocking. Absolutely unbelievable. The most ironic part of it all is that golf fans, yes, dedicated golf fans, were the ones cheering her name. The LPGA didn't just gain another player. They gained a once-in-a-generation promotional opportunity, and they made the most of it. They shared clips of her swing, highlighted her personality, and showcased her interactions with supporters. Pairing her with Nelly Korda, the #1 golfer in the world, was a marketing masterstroke. Seeing Caitlin take shots with Nelly encouraging her was pure brilliance. Those moments turned legendary almost instantly. But back in the WNBA world, the mood was far from celebratory. While golf was enjoying the spotlight, familiar critics were clearly unhappy. Angel Reese reportedly had something to say, with her social media activity hinting at disapproval. She appeared to engage with posts criticizing overhyped athletes who should stick to their own lanes. Fans quickly connected the dots. It's almost as if every success Caitlin achieves feels like an insult to certain people in the league, and that The LPGA never viewed Caitlin as competition. They saw her as an opportunity. To them, she was a doorway to new audiences. They welcomed her as an ally. On the other hand, parts of the WNBA treat her like someone stealing the spotlight. You would think by now they would understand the value she brings. She attracts fans, revenue, ratings, and major attention. Yet instead of appreciation, there is still envy and small-mindedness. It seems Caitlin Clark can't win no matter what she does. If she excels on the court, people say she gets too much hype. If she enjoys a charity golf event, they call her an attention seeker. The criticism makes no sense at all. Meanwhile, the LPGA embraced her completely. They called her a breath of fresh air. They celebrated the energy and excitement she created. They highlighted her interviews and promoted every moment like it was a huge occasion. The WNBA, however, responded with absolute silence. No posts, no recognition, nothing at all. Fans noticed immediately. They filled the league's pages with questions. Why does golf appreciate her while you ignore her? She represents your league. Exactly. The LPGA practically handed over a perfect marketing example. And that opened the door for Angel Reese to speak up again. When the league stays quiet, Others take control of the narrative. Angel has never been shy about her opinions. Reports say she has been frustrated by how much attention Caitlyn receives. She feels the focus is unfairly placed on one player. She liked posts accusing the media of favoritism and even commented LOL under a viral.
Next on the tee, Caitlyn Clark.
They embraced her, highlighted her, and used the opportunity to grow their presence in sports. That is exactly how smart organizations operate. The WNBA, however, behaved more like a jealous coworker who feels threatened when someone else performs well, and that reaction is what made the situation spread so widely online. Fans easily noticed the contrast. On one side, Caitlyn was being honored and applauded by huge crowds at a golf event. On the other side, her own professional league couldn't even put together a simple message of encouragement. The contrast was impossible to ignore. It almost felt like golf had just given the WNBA a free lesson on how to properly support and promote its biggest stars. And Angel Reese, rather than recognizing this as a win for women's sports overall, decided to take it personally. But in reality, this has been a familiar pattern. Angel's public rivalry with Caitlyn has followed them since their college days and continues to dominate headlines. Yet here is the important part. Caitlyn has never contributed to the drama. She has never spoken badly about Angel. She stays focused, avoids the noise, and keeps moving forward, and that is what frustrates people the most. Because Caitlyn continues to win without...
I wanted to come say hi and introduce myself. I play out here on tour. I'm Maria. Thank you for being out here. It's very cool what you're doing for sports, kicking ass on and off the field. But now,
and here's the Caitlyn Clark effect, Morgan, with Maria Fossey and other players out here following.
That's good. A lot of fun. Made it easy. Annika, could I steal you for a second? I don't think I'll have like bigger. I can't say bad stuff on TV, but badasses. Once together. We're doing a fun like quickie.
That's nice.
There we go. Yeah.
I'm next.
Yes. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Hi,
Allie Ewing. I mean, I said it, the buzz from the players
over here, so.
I'm distracting you.
for weeks
No, y'all are trying to get
has
finished.
been huge.
Somebody take this picture.
By the way, Allie, an
Ready?
outstanding
Yeah,
point guard in her own right in
ladies,
Fulton,
here we go. 3, 2,
Mississippi.
1. Hang tight.
All-state
Thanks for being here. Yeah. Good luck.
in that sport as well.
Here is a fully rewritten version of your script, keeping the same meaning, tone, and overall length while using fresh wording and structure. No drama, no cheap shots, just pure results. And the moment she steps into a completely different sport like golf, the same pattern repeats itself. The audience welcomes her, the media covers her every move, and suddenly she becomes the main topic of conversation everywhere. Everywhere, that is, except within the very league that should be celebrating her the most. While Angel Reese spends her time posting vague messages and passive-aggressive memes online, Caitlyn Clark is being embraced in the golf world like a superstar. It's almost unbelievable to watch. The LPGA immediately understood what the WNBA still struggles to accept. Caitlyn Clark is not taking attention away from anyone. She is generating more attention for everyone involved. That's why this whole situation feels so awkward. One league claims it wants more visibility, but the moment it actually gets it, it acts uncomfortable and defensive. Meanwhile, golf, a sport that has long searched for younger and more energetic audiences, simply said, "We'll take it," and turned the opportunity into something massive. Things really exploded after Caitlyn's golf appearance went viral. Sports discussion boards and social media threads turned into full-blown battlegrounds. LPGA fans were thrilled, professional golfers praised her, and the general reaction was overwhelmingly positive. At the exact same time, a very vocal section of WNBA Twitter reacted with frustration and jealousy. You could almost sense the bitterness through the screen. People began posting comments like, "She gets too much attention," or Why does everything have to be about her? Others said, golf isn't even her sport. Why is she there? It was as if they completely forgot one simple fact. Caitlin Clark didn't force her way in. The LPGA personally invited her because they recognize a true star when they see one. Angel Reese's reaction only added fuel to the fire. Reports suggested she was irritated that Caitlin's golf clips were receiving more views than WNBA off-season highlights. She even liked a social media comment saying Caitlin should worry more about basketball instead of golf. Fans noticed immediately, took screenshots, and the internet did what it always does. It turned the moment into a huge story. People called out the hypocrisy. Many pointed out how small-minded it looked. Caitlin wasn't interfering with anyone's career. She was simply participating in another sport and having fun. Yet every time she receives positive attention, certain people treat it like a personal attack. The contrast with the LPGA couldn't have been more obvious. Their official accounts proudly shared Caitlin's videos with captions praising her talent and competitiveness. They highlighted her presence as something exciting for the sport. Fans loved it, and many even asked for her to return again next season. On the other side, the WNBA's official platform stayed completely silent. No congratulations, no acknowledgement, absolutely nothing. It honestly looked like they were allergic to good publicity. Supporters quickly noticed and began calling it out. Many tagged both leagues in posts asking why the WNBA refuses to celebrate the very player bringing them record ratings. And it's a fair question. The reality is simple. Caitlin Clark's popularity benefits everyone. Whenever she trends, women's sports trend. When she attracts new fans, entire leagues gain new audiences. Unfortunately, some people inside the WNBA treat her success like a threat instead of an opportunity. They see attention as something limited, rather than something that can grow. Angel Reese's behavior perfectly represents that mindset. Instead of using Caitlin's spotlight to help build her own brand, she reacts with jealousy and insecurity. The LPGA handled things in the complete opposite way. They welcomed Caitlin with open arms, understanding that her presence could only help them expand. And expand it did. The crowd at the LPGA event was huge and energetic. Fans cheered loudly, held signs, and even wore Indiana Fever jerseys at a golf tournament. That kind of enthusiasm is rare in women's golf, yet Caitlin brought it effortlessly. The media coverage was massive, sponsors were thrilled, and the entire sport benefited from a single appearance. What made it even better was how Caitlin carried herself. She didn't act like a diva. She joked about her mistakes, interacted warmly with fans, and showed genuine humility. People connected with her because she came across as real. Now compare that to the atmosphere surrounding the WNBA. Too often it feels tense and divided. Instead of unity and celebration, there are constant subtle digs and unnecessary rivalries. Caitlin's rise has exposed a deeper problem within the league, a conflict between those who want growth and those who feel threatened by change. The LPGA demonstrated exactly what happens when you embrace a rising star. The WNBA, unfortunately, has shown what happens when you resist one. That difference explains why so many neutral fans continue to side with Caitlin. She has consistently supported women's sports as a whole. She attends soccer matches, praises other athletes, and talks about wanting success for everyone. Yet whenever she steps outside basketball, someone from the WNBA finds a way to complain. Fans are growing tired of it. They don't want constant negativity. They want progress and excitement. If a traditionally conservative sport like golf can figure out how to celebrate Caitlin Clark properly, why can't her own league do the same? The formula is obvious. Promote her, support her, and allow her star power to lift the entire sport. Instead, the WNBA often behaves as if acknowledging her achievements somehow diminishes other players. History proves that isn't true. The NBA didn't resent Michael Jordan's fame, they built around it. Tennis didn't reject Serena Williams, they celebrated her dominance. But the WNBA seems strangely uncomfortable with having a true global superstar. The more Caitlin succeeds, the more nervous some people appear to become. That's why the LPGA moment was so eye-opening. It showed clearly that the Caitlin Clark problem isn't really about Caitlin at all. It's about how her own league reacts to her. Angel Reese's attitude is simply a reflection of that environment. She watches Caitlyn receive endorsements and interviews and feels overshadowed. But the truth is, she could be sharing that same spotlight if she focused on growth instead of rivalry. The LPGA proved collaboration works. Caitlyn didn't steal attention from established golfers. She helped elevate them. Photos of her alongside top players boosted everyone's profile. That is how healthy sports ecosystems function. More and more people are starting to notice the difference. From the outside, it genuinely looks like golf supports Caitlyn more than the WNBA does. That perception is becoming widespread, and it isn't a good look for the league. If they don't adjust their approach, fans will naturally gravitate toward organizations that appreciate them. Caitlyn's golf appearance was more than just a fun side event. It was a warning sign. It showed that audiences follow positivity and celebration, not. Think about how remarkable that is. Golf, a sport often viewed as old-fashioned, managed to outshine professional basketball simply by embracing a star athlete. They allowed Caitlyn to be herself and reaped enormous rewards. Other leagues are surely taking notes. She will likely receive invitations from many different sports in the future, and every organization that welcomes her will benefit. Those that resist will only continue to struggle. Caitlyn Clark has grown beyond being just a basketball player. She represents something bigger, a bridge between sports, a symbol of progress, and proof that women's athletics can reach new heights. When she succeeds, the entire landscape improves. The LPGA understood that immediately. The WNBA still seems hesitant. And that hesitation is why one league is enjoying positive headlines while the other keeps finding itself in unnecessary controversy. If Angel Reese truly wants to help grow the game, maybe it's time to stop viewing everything as a competition. Teamwork and mutual support will always accomplish more than jealousy and rivalry, especially off the court. Right now, Caitlyn Clark continues to expand her influence, sign major deals, and bring new fans to women's sports as a whole. Fighting against that reality only hurts the league. So what do you think? Was Angel Reese wrong in how she reacted? Or is the WNBA simply uncomfortable with Caitlyn Clark's unstoppable rise? Share your thoughts below. And if you believe the LPGA just showed the WNBA exactly how marketing should be done, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned as we continue breaking down the biggest stories in sports the moment they happen.